Hey y'all, today's video I'm going to be going over my seed setup, what seeds I've got for next year, and also we'll be setting up our seed starting area. It needs some work, but whatever. I traditionally do not like the regular seed packets that when you buy them they come in, they're flimsy and they get dirty after a while and they upset me. So I bought these. They're little like resealable pouches. They expand at the bottom and they're like little zipper pouches. So I am really interested in saving heirloom seeds. So that is the majority of what I have bought. So let's get started. For some fruit, I have Alpine. I don't know if it's Regina or Regina, like if they're from Canada. Shout out to the Canadian homies, Regina strawberries. Yeah, we're gonna try strawberries this year. And on to the herbs. I have basil. I actually saved these seeds myself a couple of years ago, so we're gonna see if they're viable. I'm sure there is. There's a ton of seeds in here. Rosemary, lavender, dill. I also saved these seeds from a couple of years ago. I only have maybe 4 or 5 seeds, so I'm gonna try every seed and see if hopefully we get at least one to germinate. I'd like one dill plant next year. Oregano. It looks like there's nothing in here, but it's because they're caught in the bottom here. Onto our greens. Lacinato kale, or I think they call it dinosaur kale. Georgia Southern collards. That's exactly what I have in the garden right now. These are awesome. I am hoping to save some seeds, so I'm going to plant some with the intention to save more seeds next year because these are from 2022. Katarina cabbage, also in the garden right now. These are awesome. They're hybrids, so if I save the seeds from them, I also don't even know how to save cabbage seeds at the moment, but I'm not even sure we'd get this kind of cabbage back, but those were good. The Napa cabbage that's in the garden right now, we still have some seeds left over. I'm just going to use them up till they're gone. Bright Light Swiss chard. I don't think this is heirloom. I think it's just different colored Swiss chard, but I'm going to use it up until they're gone. Komatsuna. This was a free seed packet I got from Baker's Creek. I think it's like a mustard green, but I'm going to try and grow that. I tried to grow that in the garden this fall, but like I said, it was too hot. They didn't germinate. I got some baby bok choy, red romaine lettuce, and regular romaine lettuce. All right, on to the other brassicas, roots and stuff. We have cauliflower. I'm going to try and grow a couple heads of cauliflower. Snowball cauliflower. Waltham 29 broccoli. We got some early wonder beets. That's what's in the garden right now. Purple top white globe turnip. It's also what's in the garden right now. And then I just have a blend of radishes. I'm going to be so honest, I forgot to just do radishes at all this year. We're going to go ham on some radishes next year. All right, on to corn. I'm excited about corn this year. We're going to start with sweet. We've got golden bantam sweet corn. I think just naturally being an American, we like our sweet corn, so we're going to try and do some sweet corn. I wanted to do more experimenting with like cornmeal and corn flours and stuff like that, so I've got Oaxacan green dead corn. This is a Mexican corn. I'm super excited to see how that does. Blue Hoppy or Hopi. I'm so sorry, I'm pronouncing that wrong, but Blue Hoppy flour corn. Super excited for this one. And then popcorn. We got Japanese Hollis popcorn. Now I know what you're thinking. What about cross-pollination? I don't know yet. We'll get there when we get there. All right, beans and peas. Another thing I'm super excited about. We've got pinto beans. These are a bush bean. I'm actually going to use these as almost like a filler. Whatever, I've already probably planted it by now by the time this video is coming out, but these are gonna go in after my garlic as nitrogen fixers. So I'm going to plant these bush beans after the garlic is planted just to kind of get something in the bed. Plus, I eat a lot of pinto beans, so if we can get a good crop from this, win-win. Got Cherokee black beans. These are pole beans. I'm going to use these in the Three Sisters garden setup with some of the corn. Rattlesnake pole beans, same thing. I believe these, you can just eat these like a regular snap bean, or you can let them dry out. Good Mother Stallard bean. These are some beautiful beans. Like the colors and the stippling on them are beautiful. These are more of like a dried bean, so we'd let these dry out like on the Three Sisters garden as well. Kentucky Wonder Pole bean. These are just another standard green bean. I love green beans, and so does my daughter, weirdly enough. So we're hoping to get a lot of green beans this year. And then for peas, I only have one pea, I forgot. Mammoth Melting Snow Pea. I love snow peas and snap peas. I'm not interested, at least right now, in any shelling peas. That'd be a lot to do with already what I want to do in the garden. So that we'll probably cross that bridge when we get there. But yeah, we're just gonna do some snow peas. Let's do our flowers. I have a pretty good mix of flowers this year. I have a mixed packet of sunflowers, so I'm just gonna go crazy with the sunflowers and just keep saving seeds and see what we get year after year. I think that's gonna be a lot of fun. Bachelor's buttons. Those look really cute. Echinacea, or purple coneflower, some people call them. California giant zinnias. Tip-top nasturtiums. Oh yeah, more mixed sunflowers. Forgot, I meant to mix all my sunflowers together. I'll do that later. Also for flowers, I've already said this in some of my TikToks if you've been watching, but I've been saving the heads from our marigold plant and putting them in this box for them to dry out, because we are saving all the seeds. I want to go crazy. Look at those seeds. We've been putting them in this container, an old container of like garlic powder or something, but I want to save a bunch of marigolds for next year. More flowers. I have this seed shaker mix I got from Botanical Interests. It's called Eco Ease Flowering Mix Alternative Lawn. I think this is a pretty good representation of what's going to be on there. I don't know if you can see it. But yeah, that spot where I threw all the beans and peas down and stuff, I think this is where that's going to go. All right, let's move on to melons and squash. So we have honey rock cantaloupe. I actually tried to plant some of this this summer, but the seeds just did not germinate. So I don't know why, to be honest. I think maybe the soil got too wet. I don't know. I think it was plenty warm, so I don't know. Sugar baby watermelon. Same thing with this. We tried to put them directly in the ground. They just did not germinate whatsoever. Hopefully we can figure out why. We have Black Beauty zucchini. Can't go wrong with just your average zucchini. Pumpkins. We have jack-o'-lantern pumpkins, just because we have kids and they like to carve pumpkins and play with pumpkins in the season, so why not grow our own? Sugar pie pumpkin, just for cooking and stuff. Let's make our own pumpkin pies. Winter squash. I have spaghetti squash, Lakota squash, butternut squash. Super excited to grow some winter squashes. Now, I have a mystery squash seed because when I was first putting all of my seeds into these seed packets, at the bottom of the container I was holding in, there was one squash seed. Let me see if I can. There was one singular squash seed that was at the bottom of the container. I was like, oh God, I don't know what this is. I almost threw it away, but I don't know. Like, wouldn't it be kind of fun to plant it and see what comes out of it? So this is our mystery squash. I'm gonna give you some theories what I think it is, just from how the seed looks. I think it is I think it's more of a chance, I think it's a sugar pie pumpkin. I don't know if you can see the differences. So it's either a sugar pie pumpkin or probably less of a chance, but a butternut squash. We're gonna plant a mystery squash and see what we get. It should be fun. All right, onions. I'm gonna try and do onions next year. We have yellow sweet Spanish and ruby red. We do a lot of cooking with garlic and onions in this house, and in all honesty, if we could figure out a way to plant enough for the year, that would be miraculous. Like seriously, I'm buying 1, sometimes 2 bags of onions because we like red and white every week, so. Alrighty, here's kind of miscellaneous. I didn't know what to put these into categories, but we've got Clemson spineless okra. I've been wanting to grow okra for a long time because I am a huge fan of pickled okra. And okra's really awesome in just soups and stews, especially for like a thickening agent. We have cucumbers. How could we forget about cucumbers? We have Boston pickling, Deli Star. I think that's a hybrid I need to get rid of from 2022. And Bait Alpha, is that how you pronounce it? Bait Alpha. I love cucumbers too, just fresh on like salads and stuff. And then asparagus. I got some asparagus seeds on sale. A lot of these were on sale because I bought them this fall. You can always find a good deal on seeds in the fall, and they're gonna be good for years. So yeah, asparagus. I don't know where these are going yet, but we'll find out. All right, what you all been waiting for. tomatoes and peppers. All right, let's start with the peppers. We have Jimmy Nardellos. Ooh, I'm excited about those. Anaheims. Jalapeno, of course. Poblano, of course. Oh, again, I saved these seeds from our peppers this year. I bought a poblano plant from Menards, and I let 2 of them go nice and ripe, and I saved the seeds. Same thing with the jalapenos. I didn't get as many seeds for the jalapenos, but super exciting. I have, this is a couple different varieties of just bell pepper. There were some hybrids from Haas Tools, or Haas Seeds. That's where I bought these. These are old as well, from 2022. I have a banana pepper. This was from Jalapeno Gate. I don't know if anybody knows what I'm talking about, but back in 2022 or 2023, people were buying jalapeno peppers and not getting jalapeno peppers. We grew these from seed and we thought they were jalapenos, and it turned out they were sweet bananas, and I was like, all right, whatever. I like sweet banana peppers, so I kept them. Sweet banana peppers. Bikino yellow peppers, little cute bird beak looking guys. Time bombs. These are also a hybrid from Haas Seeds that I first bought. And cayennes. Can't go wrong. All right, last but not least, tomatoes. He gets so jealous. Hi, Toki. We have.
Oh my god.
He's just like, I want to be involved. He's so cute. Alright, I have a blend of rainbow cherry tomatoes. There's a bunch of different ones in here. They're like colored seeds. I bought these a few years ago as well. I might pick a couple and see what we get. I don't know. Kind of fun. I have Toma Verde tomatillos. I love tomatillos, but they are so expensive in the store, so I rarely buy them. I'm gonna grow some. I love salsa verde. We got some ground cherries. I tried to grow these a couple years ago as well. They were okay. They weren't great, but they're okay. That was from Baker's Creek. I am becoming not a fan of Baker Creek seeds. I probably won't buy from them. Tiny Tim, tomato cherry. Cherry tomato. This is supposedly a bush variety of cherry tomatoes, so we're gonna see how it goes. I bought all determinate tomatoes simply because I'll be probably growing mainly in raised beds, and I'm not gonna have the structure, for now at least, to grow indeterminate tomatoes. So I chose all determinates for now. Classic Italian Romas. We went through a lot of Roma tomatoes over the summer. It just makes me wonder what we could have done if I could have grabbed them from my garden instead. Ace 55 Bush, always need a good slicer. Red Pride Bush, another slicer. Patio Choice Yellow Bush Cherry Tomato. I think, again, this is a good for your patio, like on a container. I wanted something a little more compact. And speaking of Baker Creek, they sold me on this orange hat tomato. It is like a little micro dwarf tomato. They're like that big. It claims you can grow them in a 6-inch pot. I'll probably go a little bit bigger than that. But we grew a couple of them that one year with the other beds, and they were okay. I mean, they weren't great, but I have them, so I'm gonna grow them. And that is it. That's the seeds we have. Let's go see where we're gonna start them. So this is the spot. Used to be sowing area, but I found myself not using it for sowing very much. It was kind of just a catch-all. I think this space would be better utilized as seed starting. We have this shelf that we had in our kitchen that we used for like appliances and stuff, but now we have a bigger kitchen. We actually had room for all the appliances and stuff. Now I can use this for seed starting. I plan on getting some like lights. I have this seed starting light, but it's so dinky and it's kind of flimsy, so I might just commandeer it for something else, but something like this, and then we're gonna have several rows of seed starting shelves. There's a window behind the rack right now that we closed the blinds because it was overexposing the camera really bad, but it has opportunity to get some nice natural light too. Now we just gotta clean it up, figure out where this stuff is going. I just found these. I forgot these were free seed packets I got from Botanical Interests when you order from them. I'm thinking about just broadcasting them out there, see if we can get a few little lettuce leaves for a salad the rest of the fall. So my mom got me these little seed starting things, so that it has a little bottom, these little cells, and a top, and it's like a little mini greenhouse. Here's the scoop that I was talking about in the last video. Came with these cute little tools that you can use to get them out of there, but I only just learned that I wasn't supposed to transplant beets and turnips. Listen, I'm learning, okay? So yeah, this doesn't work out well for everything, but I think these are really nifty and cool, so I'll probably be using these a lot. Probably for a lot of flowers and stuff, and like the tomatoes and peppers. So thanks, Mama.
He was hiding, you couldn't even see him. But we're about to vacuum. I don't want to scare him.
Alright, that's about all I can do right now until I start getting things to start the seeds. That's all we can do. But at least it's ready to go. I mean, if you want to think about it, we start pepper seeds in like March. And that's only like 3 or 4 months away, right? 5 months away. Ain't that long. Alright, bye. Subscribe.